Hello everyone and welcome. Have you been looking for a reciprocating saw that is lightweight, durable, and affordable? Well, I think I just found the perfect one for you. So let's get into it. Today we're going to be looking at the Pulitou 12-volt cordless reciprocating saw. This is a compact and lightweight reciprocating saw that can handle the jobs of the big reciprocating saws. In the past few years, one-handed reciprocating saws like this have become more and more popular as DIYers like you and me are finding them to be a good alternative to the big saws. For many people, for doing projects around the house, a smaller, more compact saw like this is just the perfect fit. I recently did a review of a full-size reciprocating saw, and you can go watch that video later if you want to see the difference between the two types of saws. I'll put a link up in the corner and you can watch that video later. But today, we will be focusing on this one-handed reciprocating saw. So let's open up this bad boy and see what we get. But before we do that, if you enjoy watching honest tool and product reviews, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you get notified every time I produce a new product or tool review video. Alright, so let's see what we have here. Now this was an Amazon purchase, link in the description below. And let me get this guy out of here. And there we go. And it comes in a nice hard case. Now if you watch any of my videos, you know I like hard cases. It's a great way to store and protect your tools when you're not using them. Good tough case right there. Let's open this guy up. Okay, so to start off, you get your owner's manual. I suggest you read through that. And let's see, we have all sorts of stuff here. Let me pull it out and I'll give you a better shot of it. Okay, so when you unbox it, this is what you get. You get the hard case, which we already saw. You get the saw itself. You get two 12-volt batteries, and these are 2.0 amp-hour lithium-ion batteries. You get 4 blades, 2 for wood and 2 for metal. You get a 2.4 amp fast charger, and you get the clamping jaws. Couple of things to point out. The clamping jaw, we're going to be showing you later how this works, and this is a very useful tool because this helps to keep your work area together. It clamps it, whatever it is you're trying to cut, so that the saw doesn't slide off and you don't get any vibration and so forth. So I'll be showing you that a little bit more later on. The blades itself, also to point out, these are standard reciprocating saw blades, so any blades off the shelf will fit this saw. You don't need any kind of specialty blades to get this saw to work for you. Now the dimensions of the unit are 12 inches in length, 4 inches in height, and 2.5 inches at its width. The unit itself is very lightweight. It is only 1.2 kilograms or 2.6 pounds. So it is excellent for one-handed operation. So when you put the battery into it, the battery is your standard 12-volt design and it's very compact, fits into the handle, very convenient. So it disappears right into the handle. You don't have a weird, awkward shape or design or something out here in the back, making it harder for you to work. When you're holding on to it, it fits perfectly into your hand and it doesn't give you any difficulty at all. And the saw itself, like I said, very lightweight, 2.6 pounds, feels very comfortable in the hand. The motor being right here in the center, very near your hand, makes it a perfect balance. So you don't have any difficulty. You don't feel like it's going to tip over or you have to struggle to hold it up. Nothing whatsoever. Very convenient, easy to work with. That makes it perfect for one-handed operation. It has a rubber overmold back here where you're going to be gripping it. That makes it very convenient for sweaty hands, dirty hands, wearing gloves, whatever the case may be. It also has a rubber overmold here on the front if for some reason you have a tricky situation and you want to use both hands to hold it as you're trying to cut something. You can hold it very conveniently. But most of the time, it's designed to be a one-handed operation. Now it has a variable speed trigger, which I'm going to show you in just a moment. This is the safety lockout switch right here, so you have to press that first before you can press the trigger itself to get it going. This tool also has a very convenient feature, which is an LED battery level indicator. That is very convenient because, unfortunately, these 12-volt batteries, this particular 3-cell design, is made for compact sizing, and most of the time, every single one that I have come across does not have any kind of an LED indicator on the battery itself. So if the tool doesn't have it, then you have no way of knowing how charged up your battery really is. This tool, fortunately, has a battery level indicator right on the tool itself. So right now when I start the trigger, you'll see that it will turn on and show you how much power the battery has that I just put into it. So you have to press the safety switch first, then the trigger. Otherwise, you see, it won't do anything. There you saw variable speed. And you saw the LED battery level indicator. So you can feather the trigger if you want to, depending on whatever type of cut you're trying to make. This tab right here is for inserting or removing this clamp right here. And if there are any other attachments available, they would all work the same. They all insert into this little slot right here, and that is what this is for, to release that right there. So we're going to put this on later and we're going to test it out and see exactly how it works. Now, the motor on this has a no-load speed of 0 to 2700 RPMs. And on their website, it says you can use this for cutting wood, metal, plastic, etc., which it functions like every other reciprocating saw out there. It also says you can cut tree branches up to 4 inches in diameter, which is pretty big. It's about that big. But I'll just throw it out there. That's probably taking into consideration these blades right here. Like most reciprocating saws, you can get blades that are way longer than that. So you could probably cut something much bigger if you needed to. But I would suggest if you're going to be cutting really big branches, it's better to get a chainsaw or something like that. This tool also comes with a very convenient feature, which is a tool-free blade change. Means that right on the head right here, all you do is rotate this part right here, and you can swap out the blades very easily. So as you see right there, I don't know if you can see through there very quickly, very easily, but this part rotates, and that is what clamps down on the blade itself. So that's how you change the blade on this, just like most modern reciprocating saws. Most new ones, you do it this way, not like the old ones that were difficult. You had a key you had to insert, stuff like that. This is the most modern, most convenient way to do it. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to drain down these batteries, take out whatever charge came from the factory, drain them down, and fully charge them and find out exactly how long it takes to charge. They say that this is supposed to be a 1-hour rapid charger. Will it live up to its reputation? Will it live up to what it claims that it can do? So I'm going to test it and see if it can charge it up in 1 hour. Then after that, we're going to start doing some cutting with this little bad boy right here. So I'll be right back and I'll let you know how that goes. Okay guys, so we're back. So what I did was I took the battery, drained it down to 0, put it on the charger, timed how long it would take for it to go back up to full charge, and it took 1 hour. And that's exactly what I love. When a company makes a promise and lives up to it. It promised to be a fast charger, that it would charge the battery in 1 hour, and it did exactly that. On the other end of the spectrum, to give you a comparison, a couple of months ago, I did a review of a Harbor Freight 12-volt cordless ratchet. And that ratchet runs on the exact same thing, a 2 amp hour 12-volt battery. And that took 1 hour and 45 minutes to charge from 0 to full capacity. Harbor Freight has the worst chargers out there. They take the longest of every company that I have checked over all this time that I've been doing reviews. Harbor Freight chargers always disappoint by being the longest chargers out there. This is a good quality product. So far, I am very satisfied with this product. And this is why you see that I tell you there's a lot of choices out there. And this is why I branch out and I try to find different companies, whether through Amazon or any other place that is available, to try to give you guys more choices so you know there's more places to pick good quality products. You don't have to be stuck going to Harbor Freight to get an inexpensive tool. This is a very reasonably priced tool, and it seems to be very good quality so far. So make sure, watch my channel, sub the channel, and that way you can check out all the different tools that I will review, and I will keep you posted of good quality tools like this that actually live up to the promises that they make. So, moving right along, another thing is, I know somebody's going to ask me, how difficult is it to put on and take off this bracket onto the tool itself? Well, I'm going to demonstrate it for you right now. Of course, I might be a little clunky because I'm doing it for the camera. But when you're doing it for yourself, trust me, it's very, very easy to do. All you have to do is there's these lines right here, these slots that you have to line up with the slots that are here inside this tool. You see these slots right here on both sides, these have to line up with these, and you just slip it on until it snaps in place. That easy. You can't make it any easier than that. So you take it, you slide it in like this, line up those slots, make sure you get them in there, and there you go. Snaps right in place. There you go. It's not coming out. One of the great things about this clamp is that it is spring loaded. As you can see, it is spring loaded. So basically, whatever you clamp it on, you can just attach it onto there and start cutting away. It is not rigid. It moves with the blade. So it holds it in place and it reduces vibration and slippage and so forth. And the spring loaded keeps it attached to whatever you're working on. Now to take it off, because you don't always want to have it on, to take it off, you just press this tab right here and slip it out. Take it out of there and you're good to go. It's that easy to put on and take off. So that tells you right there, it's very, very easy to do anytime you need it. So let's go start cutting some stuff. All right, guys, so let's start doing some cutting with the Pulitou 12-volt cordless reciprocating saw. One-handed reciprocating saw. Now I'm going to do all the basic cuts that I normally do with a full-size reciprocating saw, and let's see if this guy can handle it. So let's start off by cutting a 2x3. First of all, we're going to start off doing some wood cutting. This is the wood blade that came with the unit. And as you can see right here on the battery indicator, I have a full charge. Let me show you that. So we're starting off with a full battery. Battery's already inserted. So let's get started on doing some cutting. Now, I may cut single-handed and dual-handed just for stability, but it is intended to be mostly a single-handed cutter. So let's see what it can do. No problem. Like I said, you can also cut it two-handed. All right, that's fine for that. Let's switch over to a 2x4. Now we have a 2x4 to insert in here. Let's see how that does. Let's try that out. No problem on the 2x4. There you go, no trouble there. Okay, one of the common things you're going to be doing with a tool like this is getting into tight places and cutting PVC pipe, whether it's PVC, ABS, etc. Under the sink, in the attic, under your slab, or under the crawl space of your house, whatever the case may be, you're going to be cutting some plastic piping. So let's see how it cuts plastic pipe. And we're going to be using the metal blade because that's what you want, a fine-tooth blade for cutting plastic. Let's cut that and see. No trouble whatsoever. Let's cut some metal. All right, cutting metal pipe is another thing you're going to be doing, whether it's big pipe like this, small pipe like this, either way. These are two steel pipes, and we're going to be cutting through them. Let's see what it can do. you go, no trouble there. Let's cut this other thicker wall pipe, see what that does. There you go. Thicker wall, thinner wall, either way, it cuts through it, no problem whatsoever. Let's cut something else. Okay, one of the testing that I normally do for different types of saws that I review is cutting through particle board here, which is, in this case, is 3/4 inch shelving. So 3/4 inch shelving is something most of you are going to be using or run into at some point when you're doing a DIY project. This case is particle board, but whether it be particle board or plywood or anything like that, 3/4 inch, 1/2 inch, either way, you're going to be cutting it at some point. A reciprocating saw like this comes in very handy for cutting in holes or doing all sorts of things in stuff like this. So let's see how it handles cutting this 3/4 inch particle board shelving. There you go, no trouble whatsoever. And angle cutting are the hardest cuts you can make because they put the greatest amount of stress on the blade and the saw. So you saw it cut all sorts of different angles, no trouble at all. Let's cut something else. Okay, so I put on the bracket that I showed you how to do earlier, and this is ideal for cutting branches and stuff like that. And I just happen to have a branch that came down the other day that I need to trim down to put in the garbage to get rid of it. So let's go outside and do some cutting of natural wood, a real branch from a tree that dried up, using the bracket that comes with the saw. And we'll see exactly how that works. Let's go outside and do some cutting. Okay guys, some final thoughts on the Pulitou 12-bolt one-handed reciprocating saw. Is it a good saw? Yes, I'm very happy with it. I think it is a fantastic reciprocating saw for the DIYer doing projects around the house. You saw that it cut through everything I threw at it. Wood, particle board, metal, plastic, even branches. You can use it single-handed in tight places and double-handed for greater stability where you have the room to maneuver. If you don't want to get a full-size reciprocating saw because they are too big or too heavy, this is a great alternative for anyone wanting to do projects around the house. It's compact, lightweight, and very affordable. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up if you did, and be sure to hit that subscribe button so you get notified of all future tool review videos I produce. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.